Brother, it's a long road from Amistad to Toho. Doesn't matter which way you go, the miles are all the same. But when you finally get there, and when you pull the cover off, then it's time to get a little bit lost out on the lake. Gonna back this boat into the water, find a way to win a couple dollars. Where the man says there's a cold front coming down, bring it on, I've seen it all by now. I can catch them shallow, I can catch them deep, open water or the back of the creek. Wind and rain to me, it's all the same. I make a living playing this game, and I thank the Lord above every time I can. I get to be a fisherman. Come Thursday morning, I'll have me something figured out. It's not definite, but just about. Dude, I can make the cut. And I'm betting on Sunday that I'll be fishing solo, just me and my cameraman Joe. And with a little bit of luck, I'll have just enough. Gonna back this boat into the water, find a way to win a couple dollars. Where the man says there's a cold front coming down, bring it on, I've seen it all by now.
What is up, everybody? Man, we are going to get everybody on. Look at this. We got the entire broadcast show going on right now. What is this? Must be a special event. Welcome. It's the Record 32. Here we go. The weekend. And I was talking to Jeremy Baker. We were talking about it an hour ago. Jeremy, I'm sick right now.
Yeah.
We're not getting on the kayaks tomorrow, man.
Yeah, it's we're supposed to be. I know. I took it pretty personal, and yeah, it's just hey, it is what it is, though.
Yeah, Matt, we haven't talked to you since your crushing defeat. Man, we should be on the yaks tomorrow, brother.
I know, man. It was a tough weekend. I mean, I put up that I mean, it ended the way it ended.
I know, man. Can't change the score, man. It is what it is.
Yep.
It's enough about us. It's not about us, guys. We are here to talk about the guys who are actually fishing tomorrow. And it is, yeah, it's you and Todd. Yes, we understand that. And Blake's fishing in an event. Yeah, man. So welcome, guys and ladies. This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful time. And I can't wait to see what happens. Guys, we start a new era unexpectedly tomorrow, and we are going to try a whole new platform. I think it's going to be very interesting. Appreciate all the anglers for being so patient with us as we work this thing out, and I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see the actual anglers being able to be viewed head to head, and I think it's going to be pretty daggone cool. We will showcase that tomorrow, but I want to thank each and every angler that has worked with us today at the last minute to scramble in to get to this where we're at. And man, it's going to be, I think it's going to be great, man. I really do. I think it's going to be great. And I really appreciate, again, the patience and just the forthcomingness of just everybody pitching on board and just getting this thing done. So, but guys, I want to tell you, let's start out with the captain's meeting here real quick. You guys have had experience in this, but guys, tomorrow's going to be a special day. Actually, this weekend's going to be pretty special. And I'm talking about special in terms of weather. Please, for the love of God, use your head. Dude, if it's lightning outside and it's blowing 50, don't be swinging your fiberglass rod up in the air going, I have got to beat so-and-so, and I'm going to do everything it takes. And you look like the priest from Caddyshack getting struck by lightning. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that, guys. It's just, it's not smart. Use your head, fish another day. I mean, it is what it is. But, if the weather allows you to go fish, but please, be safe. Use your head. And PFD at all times, you all know the rules, KBF rules, safety and competition rules. You all did a great job of doing so. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Because what we're doing tomorrow, so we're using Fishing Chaos. If there's any issues, there is just message me on Facebook. Say, Greg, something's not right here, whatever. Just we'll be happy to work with you. If we have to extend submission times or whatever for the next, tournament or so, we will absolutely work with you. Don't worry about it. We just want to make sure all your fish count legitimately. But just please let me know. Again, we're all kind of flying by the seat of our pants here and see what happens. But I think you guys are going to be thoroughly impressed and let you see what's going on with this new system. It's going to be really cool. So I don't know. We'll see. And those at home, you'll be able to watch these leaderboards as they go. And not only are you going to be able to see the leaderboard overall, but you're also going to be able to see your angler competing one-on-one, head-to-head in a group. And it's going to say, Marcus Coates versus, Cayman Rasmussen. It's just going to highlight their group. Your angler can share that group as a leaderboard or share the whole leaderboard, whatever you decide to do, or both. And it's going to be, as I said, it's something that's new, something that's innovative, something that's interesting. It's going to make things a lot easier on the broadcasting side because we don't have to go to the leaderboard and pick out the anglers who's versus who. Right, Jeremy? You know what I mean? Yeah, going who versus who, and then trying to figure out, just like, I got to pull up my bracket and got to pull out all this other stuff. It's going to be right there. So pretty excited about that. And then what's cool about it is the winners automatically go into the bracket, to the winner bracket. So that's really cool too. So it's a lot of work that's being headed off. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to do this real quick. We have 16 matches to go through, 32 anglers, and see who is going to beat who. And let's go ahead and add this to the stream here. And guys, get your brackets out. It's pretty hard to see, but we'll talk about it. The first matchup, Mr. Tim Spry from Maine, which absolutely put on a show last week, versus Tim Gurley from Iowa. And let's start with our man, Jeremy Baker. You go first, my friend.
Oh, hey, before we do that, I got some words from these anglers.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marcus. Let me give you the floor, my friend. Here we go.
I've got some words for these guys.
Hold on, Marcus. Hold on. Let me do this. Here we go. Let me do this. Oops, sorry. I'm trying. All right. I'm trying.
Boom.
There we go.
Got
there
it for you.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
All right. So we got some anglers smack talking here, guys. I hope you're ready to rumble. On one side of the bracket, he's from China, Maine. He's fishing in China. He's proud that he not only made a switch to kayak tournaments instead of boat tournaments, but he is also the Rookie of the Year for Maine Yak Anglers. He's known as the Spry Guy. Says Gurley better be ready because he says his kid's Snoopy rod can put up 85 inches. He is Tim Spry, and his opponent is from Iowa. He's fishing one of the many carp-infested mud holes in Iowa. He qualified for both the Bassmaster and the KBBT National Championships. They call him the Bacon Man, and all he wants to know, Tim, good luck, but you better bring it. He is Tim Gurley. Now let's lead off with Jeremy Baker's pick of the day.
All right, now we go. Jeremy.
All right, guys. So, look, I had the pleasure of watching, this whole all unfold last week, man. And I tell you, both of them put on a show, and it was super impressive. I just, gosh, man, out of that red bracket, the way Tim Spry's fishing, it's really going to be hard to pick against him until he proves me wrong.
Very good,
all right,
Marcus.
All right, man, look, I'm all in on – I love Tim Gurley to death, but I'm all in on Spry Guy, baby, okay? So just show me some Maine loving. We'll go ahead and move to Greg over here.
Yeah, I mean, how could you go wrong? You put up 102 inches, man. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know what time of season it is or what's the weather like, but, man, Tim Spry, very impressive. Reminds me of a young Jonathan Pepin coming out of the blocks and just making a name for himself. I'm going with Mr. Tim Spry.
For me, man, look, there is nothing more satisfying to Captain Clapback and myself as seeing the look on Greg Nozar's face when we pick a 16 seed over a 1 seed and then you back us up. My man, Tim Spry, dude. We in there, fam. We in there.
We in there. Clapback supports this message.
I would be really impressed to see 103 again. I don't think that's going to happen. Being from the north,
who are you picking?
It's not an easy thing to do up north to pull 103. With that being said, he's still on fish, so I'm going with Spry.
Lisa.
Yes, I am going with Tim Spry too. He definitely put on a show last week. I was very impressed. So I'm picking Tim Spry.
Man, Tim, what you did last week was amazing. It was kind of unexpected as far as the majority of the crowd would have seen it. But man, you put on a show. That chatterbait bite was working for you. It snowed on you. I don't think it'll be snowing tomorrow. But I don't think Tim Gurley's going to be laying down either. We're right on the edge of Iowa bite kicking on, and if that bite kicks on, you're going to have to put up another 90s plus bag. That being said, I guess I'm going to go with the upset here. I'll take Tim Gurley over Tim Spry.
Ooh.
Very good. All right, one picks Gurley. Okay, guys, the identifier was just released by Fishing Chaos. It is FCX. FCX. Check your emails. In your app, it is there. It is FCX. All right, moving on. Go ahead, Mr. Announcer.
I don't have neither one of these guys submitted me with anything, but we do have John Warchall taking on Robert Brown, Ohio versus Virginia. Jeremy, go ahead and lead him off, bud.
Man, look, there was a few coming up this week that I really want to pay close attention to, and I am super glad now that we can see it head to head. I talked to John throughout the week, a couple times a week. We talked a good bit. He's a fellow lineman like me. Robert Brown, you know, you're not going to go wrong with any one of these anglers. Both of them had stellar weeks. We got to watch Robert really put on a pretty good jig clinic. John didn't have any service all week. I think Robert's going to be on fish. You know, there's going to be some prefrontal stuff coming through the area. And I hate to pick against John, but, man, I really legitimately believe Robert Brown is going to be able to pull this one out.
Absolutely. I'm on the same board as you, baby. Go Navy, baby, is taking home the dub on Saturday. Give me some Robert Brown.
Man, it's Virginia. I got to go with my boy, Robert Brown, the jig master. He is not, and his name is no longer Robert Brown. It is now the jig master. Let's refer to him in appropriate terms. Jig master. That will be jigmaster.com, Jigmaster on YouTube, Jigmaster on Facebook, Jigmaster on Instagram, Jigmaster on Twitter. That is the man, Jigmaster. Robert Brown will absolutely do it tomorrow.
It will be Jigmaster on Sunday.
Man, you know, I hate that all y'all picked Go Navy Baby. Now that makes me want to go Warchaw. But man, Blake Power, man, he's a fellow Blake, and I had to pick against him. And out of respect, I'm gonna go Navy Baby for my boy Blake. Blake Power, we see you, homie.
All right, Robert Brown.
Very easy.
Plain and simple. That's it.
That's it. That's the truth.
Well, I only got one thing to say. Go Navy baby.
I know what Robert did last week, that 95 plus. Very impressive. But to consistently see Rob in the mid-90 range doesn't really happen. I mean, Rob can fluctuate there with that mid-90s bag to a low 90s bag to an upper 80s bag. I think John Warchaw left a whole bunch of fish out there last week. Didn't really fish clean. I think that the waters for John have gotten better over this week, as you're going to see Lake St. Clair is going to get better this week. I got John Warchaw, Ohio, number 1.
I think he was on Erie last week, if I'm not mistaken, though.
He was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying his waters have turned on,
right,
like you're going to see as Lake St. Clair is
gotcha.
going. Yeah.
All right, next matchup we've got Mr. Announcer. Go ahead.
Nothing on these guys, but however, we have a freaking solid matchup here right now. We've got Mason Good, arguably one of the greatest anglers out of Iowa, taking on Eric the Slayer Siddiqui. This is a matchup made from heavens itself. Jeremy, it's all you, buddy.
Well, look, I don't know where Eric's going to be fishing. I don't. Is he fishing a live event this weekend, or is he still on? No. All right.
Lake St. Clair.
Now, hey, as you're making that pick, just to let you know, St. Clair has an 80% chance of rain and 16 mile per hour sustained winds tomorrow.
No, it does not.
You need to check the weather app again.
I already did.
Well, we'll talk weather bug later, but I don't care if it's
5 to 8
alligators
southwest
in Ohio. I still got to think. I think Eric Siddiqui will take it.
I'm going to disagree for the first time early here. I think my boy Mason Good from Iowa brings it to the house. Mason Good's fishing on Sunday.
This is going to be, I believe, a 94-93 matchup, and Eric Siddiqui wins by an inch.
When the good is getting good, you got to get it. But Siddiqui's still taking a nap from Lisa's matchup, so Siddiqui going to take it, boy.
Somebody call 911. That girl is hurt.
Ouch.
Dude, Siddiqui did it, boy. He straight. Oh,
that
my
hurts.
God. That's the general clapback, man. Woo.
Oh, clapped.
Yeah, if Siddiqui's on St. Clair, I mean, never mind. Eric's going to win it regardless where he's at. So,
Yeah, I let Siddiqui win last week, so I'll You
How
know,
nice of you.
I'm going to use that line later on in the show.
he better win again this week. I'm rooting for him.
There you go.
Yeah, Lisa, last week when you threw that 19 and a quarter up, I'm like, Eric, if she's on 19 and a quarters, bud, you're hurting. And you know, because you had that,
But
you had that fish put up there, and I was like, she was talking smack. She must be on the fish, but nothing else ever came across the board. And Eric went through. I'm going to tell you right now. Last week, Eric only fished about 7 hours. He was in a live event. The weather is going to be about 54 degrees, winds 5 to 8 out of the southwest with a chance of rain in the afternoon, sun giving way to clouds. Today, Eric probably put up 98 inches out there pre-fishing, and he feels very, very confident. I got Siddiqui 98, Mason Good 91.
Fair enough.
All right, here we go on the next round of matchup. He is from Voorheesville, New York. He's fishing in Lake Todd Ketchadink. He is your 2019 KBF New York State Challenge Series champion with a perfect season of 1,800 points. Ugh. And your Adirondack Kayak Bass Fishing Angler of the Year of 2019 and 2020. He goes by hashtag Nunzy Baby. Saturday, April 24th, he's going to put an end on this Cinderella fairy tale to rest and say goodnight to Queen Patrick. He is Brian Nunziato. On the other side, somewhere deep in the sticks of Ohio, he's fishing Lake St. Clair. He has won almost every one of his first round matchups, and he is still one of the only 2 broadcasters left in this thing. He is your broadcaster, Todd Patrick.
Well, start off with Brian Nunziato had a phenomenal week last week. Todd, you did too. I'm pretty sure, I think most everybody picked against you, correct?
Everybody but me and Marcus.
Yeah. So, you know, doing that, saying that, I think I'm going to have to go Nunziato.
Oh.
Well, man, look, I'm the only broadcaster that picked Todd Patrick last week. I was proud of my boy Todd.
Oh, no doubt.
And Todd proved to me that he could put up over 85 inches on St. Clair. Nunziato caught A2, but Nunziato switched it up to Champaign this week. Champlain's got a lot better looking weather. Man, but I'm still digging this Cinderella story. I'm going to go with my boy Toddy P for week number 2.
Well, if you follow the Blake Knight podcast with Brian Nunziato, you will find out, very interesting, that Brian is not fishing Champlain, possibly. Saratoga, the live event. And there's 30 anglers on this, and he thinks he's pretty confident. He put up, last year he put up 99 inches per his podcast with, he's very confident in doing this again. All that being said, we have seen how live events just completely blow people up in the face, right, Matt Lindemann? And absolutely,
somebody get that back medallion.
You have to not fish live events when you're in the national championship. With all that being said, Todd Patrick's rope will be on the back of Eric Siddiqui's kayak and will defeat Brian Nunziato tomorrow on St. Clair.
If when I was talking to Brian, if he had told me 100% I'm going to Champlain, I would have been, this decision would have been a lot harder. But man, Todd, you got to be feeling good after taking down Pollins, and your bite has got to be getting a little better. And when I hear 98 inches from a guy I know you know well, and probably talk to and do all that, I can't pick against Toddy P this week, baby. Sorry, Brian. Thanks for coming on the show, homie. But
wow, 15 seed marches on.
Running.
Oral Roberts.
Roberts won a couple rounds.
They sure did.
They sure did.
You fishing St. Clair, Todd?
Yep, and I did not pre-fish today.
Are you fishing out of the same spot you did last weekend?
It's either there or Metro. The decision will be made tonight because both places had nice fish today.
All right. Yeah, you got it, Todd. Keep up with the momentum. Dig your heels in and get it done.
Well,
Greg can't believe this. He can't believe what he's hearing.
We've got a sweep going on. I just don't understand this.
No, I don't think there's a matchup I would ever pick Todd Patrick.
I like Lisa. I still like you. I still like you, Lisa.
Thank you.
I still like you too. As a broadcaster.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Honesty.
Hey, Lisa is the one.
On this thing alone, I've gotten just Clap City.
Lisa's the one that gave me the encouragement, and it's in my head, and I'll never forget it. Oh, I didn't even know you fished.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you. Oh, I didn't fish.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't know I fished.
Todd, you're either going to eat
tomorrow.
that or not.
I think tomorrow, if you don't see me over 94, I'll be shocked.
Then you'll never fish again.
So you're calling your shot.
But
Called a shot.
Brian Nunziato is a hammer out of New York.
Yeah.
And Brian, it's a treat to go against you like it was Eric Palin's. But I feel like the pressure's kind of mounting on me now because now people are kind of picking me and stuff. But I know that the limit's out there, and I know the sizes out there. The 19s and 20s are getting closer and closer. They're coming in. The 18s were feasting today. I'm picking myself, but man, dude, it's going to be awesome.
Right on,
Very
right
good.
on. Well, the next matchup, he is from Auburn, Nebraska. He's fishing somewhere over the Oogalala Aquifer. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but we're swinging with it. He is your KBF National Team Cup champion, and he smoked the competition at the 2020 KBF Table Rock event. Ran out of air. He is Ditch Pickle Jack, Marty Hughes, and his opponent from Garrison, Texas, fishing in the great state of Texas. He is your East Texas 2019 Classic champion. They call him the Big Moon. He says, Marty, good luck. He'll see you in detention. He is John Mooney.
very good.
First of all, I hate leading off picking, by the way. Second of all, Texas is getting hammered with weather right now. I don't know if he's on the east. I guess he's on the eastern side of Texas. They're getting obliterated right now with storms and everything else. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a little cooler in the morning than it has been most all week.
You got it.
If he was on fish throughout the week, I don't know, but I got to have a feeling that things are going to change. That being said, I can't go against Texas right now, man. That bite just seems to be getting hotter, a little bit hotter, a little bit hotter. I got to go Mooney.
Well, all I know is the storm right outside my window that's currently soaking the entire state of Texas in about 15 inches of rain, and we're going to look like Noah's Ark on the water tomorrow. With that being said, I'm going to take snow over rain. I got to go with Marty Hughes.
Yeah, man, it snowed this week. I feel bad for Shad and Marty. I mean, but if there's any fish that's used to it, is that Midwest fish. I just don't think Marty's got enough for Texas. I think Big Moon moves on.
Yeah, me and Alabama Mr. Clean here on the same page. Like you ain't going against like Bad Moon Rising, son. I mean, I know the fishery. John's fishing, and he fishes it enough that I think he's going to be able to make adjustments, and I think he's still going to find those fish. I mean, he fishes that lake a lot. I just think he's going to get it done, and it's not that I don't think Marty's going to catch fish. I just don't know if he's got enough steam if John gets on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the rain coming in and stuff, I can see how that could adversely affect, but I mean the fish are there, and just an amazing angler. I got the privilege to fish with him and Marcus and Soup. it was a great time, and yeah, we're going with Big Moon. He's gonna pull it out.
I mean, the fish are wet already, so they're not going to get any wetter. So Big Moon can find fish no matter what. So I'm going with Big Moon.
Marty, I have no idea what in the world you're drinking. You've never left us in around a 32, and you're not going to start now. I got Marty Hughes throwing up low to mid 90s, taking out Moon. Marty, let's go.
All right, your next matchup. He is from St. George, Kansas. He's fishing the Kansas State Fish Hatchery. He made it to the second round of the KBBT NC. They call him Sexy Shad Schaefer, and he says Jeff is going to need to wash that nappy hair after he does him dirty on Saturday. He is Shad Schaefer. Jeff did not have anything to give back, but we all know the dreaded Jeff. Jeremy, is he back yet? He is back. Okay, cool. Come on, Mr. Clean.
First of all, I got to get a razor because it's getting a little long on top. Can't really see it, but it's-
We'll just change it up. We'll change it up
We'll
to
get that
Michelin
fixed
Man.
tonight.
Let's keep it clean.
Again, another Texas guy.
One
Gotta
thing
go with
is Jeff on choke?
Oh, Jeff is fishing a live event on Choke Canyon. Yes. That is
Still
the
not
lake that
good.
J.R. Bonkaby put up 49.5 inches on last week.
Yeah.
A big 49.5.
Huge.
Huge.
Huge. Still got to go with Jeff, man. It's just until Texas proves me wrong. I think they're going to be some pretty good numbers come out of Texas.
Well, as your leader of the Lone Star Bandits, I can't go against my boy Jeff Isham. Bring it home, baby.
Like I said with Marty, I mean, Shad's got some tough weather, with that snow coming in. I don't know what's going to happen. That's the big unknown for me. I am going to go Texas again. Jeff Isham will finish in the top 5 at Choke and beat Shad.
Yeah, I look like an idiot for picking against Shad last week, and I'm just going to keep riding that train. So Shad, just keep making me look like an idiot, homie, but I'm going Isham.
I am also going Isham.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Choke and Isham. So I'm picking Isham.
One of the most confident guys from the interviews that we did was Shad Schaefer, and the guy showed us why last week.
Yeah.
Shad, I don't know. I mean, Nebraska, they're used to Kansas, you're used to the weather that you got. Your water temps are probably right around 50. I mean, go slam tomorrow, dude. I got Shad Schaefer. Sexy bro ain't going to let us down now. I got Sexy Shad over long-haired Jeff.
All right. Your next matchup, he's from Colville, Utah. He's fishing the Bass Factory, Clear Lake, California. He is your day 3 big bass catcher of the 2019 KBF National Championship and your second place AOI finisher for the 2020 Kayak Fishing Utah season. They call him Gator. He says that I better bring my lucky charms because a leprechaun like me will need all the luck I can get on Saturday. He is Cayman Rasmussen. And his opponent from Malvern, Arkansas, he's fishing somewhere under the rainbow. He is a KBBT champion and your second place KBBT AOI Awards winner of last season, not to mention your leader in the KBBT team relay event. They call him the clapback captain. I've got all my lucky charms, 4-leaf clovers, and the whole dang pot of gold loaded and ready to rock the leaderboard on Saturday. I am your people's champ, Marcus Coates. Jeremy, lead us off.
Look, if I picked against you, I would have to hear it for a solid week.
At least one. At least 7 days, if not 14.
Everywhere else we go.
Yes.
So, a lot of respect to Cayman, but I got to go with Old Red.
And that takes 2 votes for Catback Clapton. Greg?
Yeah, man. I mean, you've been on fire. You play this game well. I don't see any reason why you cannot beat him. I am worried about Clear Lake. That is a legendary lake on spawn. I don't know if Cayman has the experience on Clear Lake with the spawn. With that being said, I think you win.
Yeah.
I saw some giants from Clear Lake posted today. And I mean some giants. Double-digit giants. That being said, I don't know if Cayman knows where those are at, man. It's Clear Lake, Muddy Lake, no lake. Give me Big Red.
So I'm on a couple fishing teams with Marcus here, and dude, my back's getting tired.
Oh,
I felt that one right here, dude.
Absolutely.
Right here.
With that being said, you're gonna do your thing. You're walking away with this, baby. Make it happen.
I don't have much to say, but I'm picking Coates.
Reluctant.
I don't like it, but I'm picking it.
Marcus had an awesome week last week. But you guys aren't worried about Texas. I am worried about Texas. But Marcus seems to find them, and usually his floor is mid to upper 70s, but his ceiling is always close to mid 90s, if not 100. That being said, I think Cayman is one of the most dangerous anglers that's left in this tournament, especially on that side. The unknown is crazy. I'm going to pick Marcus Coates, but I wouldn't be shocked to see a Cayman Rasmussen upset.
I just want to point out that I was the first total team sweep, and I appreciate it.
Todd did the other ones to spite us, man.
All right, the next matchup. He's from Forney, Texas. He's fishing Lake Okeechobee. He is your regional co-angler champion for Bassmaster and ABA on Lake of the Pines. They call him C Money the Stick. Said all he needs is 75 inches for a dub. He is Charner Williams. And his opponent from Fort Polk, Louisiana. He's fishing Mark Coates' honey hole. He's the South Central Angler of the Year and KBF, the 10 House member. He's known as the Silent Assassin thanks to Dwayne Taft. He hopes the wind blows in Texas because this hurricane is taking Charner down. He is Adam Patron.
Great matchup.
Yeah, this is another one of those matchups that I really look forward to, that I had really X'd out on my list to watch this weekend. That being said, watched Adam fish the other day. I've talked to him, and I think Louisiana, I know they're getting hit with the same storm system right now Texas is, but I think Adam will pull it out. I really do.
That makes two for Adam. Greg?
Boy, this is one tough one. Charner put up 103 inches.
Yeah.
And y'all just kind of like pushing that aside.
No.
I can't do that. Now, if he gets anywhere close to that, he crushes Adam. Adam, I think, has got like 88, 89. I think Charner goes 100 again. And I think Charner takes Adam out.
The fishery Charner is on, or where I think he's on, I think it will be less affected by weather than some of those temperamental bass that I'm afraid Patron's fishing. And I'm a little worried about that. This is like, he's on one of those fisheries, like Todd said, I am worried about that weather. And I think Patron might find it tough tomorrow. It hurts me to do it, but Charner put up 103, and I'm not going to take that away. I'm going to go Charner Williams, man. He took out my boy Brockelman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 103 is quite impressive. Charner's a fantastic angler, but so's Adam. I mean, Adam had a rough go early on last season in the KBBT. But, man, I think he's going to go a little bit further than just this bracket. So, Patron.
Yeah, I'm going with Charner. I wasn't expecting him to beat Brockman last week, and he definitely put on a show. So,
Charner, amazing week on the water, man. I think you said that was your PB last week. To go out and put up maybe back-to-back PBs or back-to-back huge bags like that, it's hard to do, especially with weather coming through. I'm going to go with Adam Patron because of that. So I think Patron pulls it out.
For sure. We are halfway done with a bracket. I just want to take this time right now, real quick. Make sure all the anglers have the app updated tonight. Go to the Apple Store or whatever store you have, and go and update your app. All you have to do is go to the App Store, go to Fishing Chaos, hit update. It will update. It must say in your About area. When you hit About in the app, 1.6.7, that's the new version out there, to make sure that you have a smooth experience on the water. So make sure your app is updated. Also, want to kind of take time out here from this bracket and talk about the June national qualifying bracket is live. We literally just put it up live on Fishing Chaos yesterday, and we have got like 51 or 52 anglers signed up. There's only 12 spots left. Go sign up real quick for the June qualifier. Even if you're in this bracket, man, go sign up. I mean, because I'm telling you, you're going to have about a month or so when it's all said and done, or a couple weeks after this is all said and done. You're going to get reared right back up for next year. Go do it before it fills up. We've got a lot of new anglers with KBBT, a lot of new members. Thank you guys so very much for signing up. We really look forward to talking about you, your story, your fishing, and just to get to know who you are. And these unknowns could be very well known to the fishing community very, very soon. So please go sign up. We're almost done. We can get that bracket out too soon. So moving on to the other side of the bracket. Yes, sir.
One more question. For all those anglers starting after this national championship, new membership is due, correct?
Yes. After the national championship, new membership is due. So if you paid last year, before you're able to sign up for any of the KBBT events, all you have to renew your membership. Just go to bassbracket.com, and there's a couple choices of memberships. We thank you for your support, but yeah, go sign up, bassbracket.com, before you compete. Thank you for that, Todd.
Yep.
All right, moving on to the other side of the bracket.
All right, on one side, you do have the Barbarian. On the other side, he's from Montgomery, Texas. He wants to give a shout out to Southeast Texas Kayak Bass League because he's fishing the lake. He hit the century mark at Conroe, bringing home the dub. They call him the ditch pickler. He is Justin Hawley.
Boy, the white bracket of death is here. We are. We're talking about this bracket. Very interesting bracket, controversial bracket, but you have to advance and survive. And boy, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Jeremy.
Yeah, look, Conrad did what Conrad does. He went up, put a big bag. He was kind of hit or miss throughout the day. You couldn't really get in touch with him. Didn't really know what he had. And then he shows up at the end of the day, and boom, there's this 100-inch bag. I don't see any reason tomorrow. Tomorrow they're going to have some wind, a little bit of rain. If the wind messes with Conrad, like it can do in Florida, I think it gives him some trouble. But I don't see Justin Hawley, even though he is out of Texas, I don't see him being able to stay with Conrad throughout the course of the whole day. I got to go with Conrad.
Man, it's definitely nerve-wracking for me seeing Justin Hawley throw up 77 inches last week. I mean, he won on the wings of an angel against Derek Miller. Let's be honest about what it is. However, Justin Hawley's known to throw up a big bag when Justin Hawley throws up a big bag. But we're talking about the Barbarian. And at this point, it's not just the fish you can throw up. It's the mind games that comes with that name when you face that opponent. And I love Justin Hawley to death. He's one of the greatest guys to ever have on camera. And I will give that man the shirt off my back any day of the week. With that being said, I got to go with the Barbarian for like the first time ever. I think he's going to be able to pull it out.
Justin, you put up 100 inches on Conroe. You're going to need more than that, buddy. You better find 103 because Conrad will be putting up huge numbers again. Conrad, I think, does it.
I'm from Montgomery, Texas. I know Conroe a little bit. If he put up 100 plus again on Conroe, I would be shocked. I would just be shocked. In Florida, last week we were talking about, man, maybe their conditions are a little rough. How many Florida anglers we have go over 100? I mean, they rolled. So, man, who's that guy? He's awake now.
Yeah.
He might have a chance tomorrow.
He's a 2+2, not knowing what it is, man.
What's up, man?
But yeah, I got Conrad.
Conrad.
They're picking.
All right, Matt.
Conrad.
Lisa.
I'm going with Justin Holly. I don't know what weather's going to do in Florida. I think he'll be all right here tomorrow. So I think he can definitely pull out a big bag. I just hope it's big enough to beat Conrad.
You hear that freight train?
Train.
That freight train is Conrad Benetti wrecking the Holly dreams.
Oh, wow.
Conrad Benetti in one of the biggest margins of victory of the day.
Wow. Incredible. All right. Moving on.
That was God.
Your next matchup. He lives in an igloo north of the 100th meridian. He's fishing Saddle Creek. He's excited because he caught a 9.5 inch, an 11.25 inch, and a 12 3/4 inch in pre-fishing last Saturday. He is your KBBT 128-man bracket champion. They call him the Ric Flair of today's era. He says good wishes and better luck for the Southern 49er. He is Doug Wilson. And his opponent is from San Antonio, Texas. Claims he's fishing in Lake Fork. He placed in the top 5 at the 2020 Lone Star Throwdown. He is the Southern 49er. He says good luck to Ric Flair. He is J.R. Maccabee.
Woo!
Woo!
First of all,
that
I know the elites are on fork right now, and man, they are throwing up some bags. A 32-pound bag today. That being said, it's Doug Wilson, and everybody knows what Doug will do with a 1-ounce tungsten and a crawl. If the wind's not pushing those grass mats around tomorrow, how do you go against a guy that puts up 103 inches? I mean, really, and it's not something he does once in a while. It is a very consistent 100+ inch day. You watch him throughout the season, and he does it. So, got to go with Mr. Ric Flair.
I don't care what Maccabee put in that interview. I do not think he's going to Lake Fork. I don't think he'd take that risk. I think Maccabee is mad that we will never let him forget the fact that not only did Jared Baker win with 0 inches, but he did the next best thing with 49.5. Man, I think J.R. Maccabee is out for blood, and he wants a rematch with Benetti so dang bad he can feel it in his veins. I am going Maccabee for the dub with 101.
Oh man, dude, it's hard. It's hard to pick this one. I had Maccabee going pretty far in my bracket, but you put up 49 inches in this bracket, dude. It shook my confidence. But I don't know, man. I mean, JR could come back pretty strong, but I do think Doug is on a roll. Man, the punch and bite is just on fire. Man, it's just going to be very, very difficult to knock this guy out. I think we see a Doug Wilson, Conrad Benetti matchup in the Sweet 16.
Speaking of on fire, that is the lake J.R. Maccabee is fishing this weekend. He went and pre-fished and absolutely smashed him. I got Maccabee. I know Doug Wilson's doing great things, but Maccabee is mad.
This is a great matchup,
mad.
Y'all. This is a fantastic matchup.
Yeah. This
Team
is going to be
back
a
and
watch.
proves this message.
I talked to JR this week a little bit. He's upset. Like it ain't gonna be no 49 this week.
He's gonna be the Jimmy Garoppolo of the KBBT.
What, washed up and overrated?
No, he'll be on the 49ers.
No, he's on the 49ers.
Oh,
Come on, Todd. Come on, Todd.
He's the JC 49ers.
So, Maccabee's a hell of an angler. He's going to a great fishery, but man, Doug's got that time on the water. The dude knows what he's doing. And he's proven that pretty much every single time he's fished. So, I'm going with Doug.
Yeah, Maccabee might have a bad day here and there, but it's not going to be repeated, definitely. I'm going with Maccabee.
I mean, I think the matchup here, the potential for Conrad versus Maccabee or Conrad versus Wilson, they're both amazing matchups. I wouldn't mind seeing either. God, man, it's so hard to pick against Doug Wilson, but for some reason, JR is the guy in Texas that I'm confident in. Even though what he did last week, I'm going with JR Maccabee.
My boy Todd. My
Right
man.
on. All right. Well,
Wow.
your next. Oh. Team Clapback approves this message.
I don't approve that message. Y'all get off my boy JR. Dude had a bad day. It happens.
Yeah.
You can play it for 30 more minutes and I'll enjoy it every time.
Womp, womp, womp.
All right. Your next matchup. He is from Keller, Texas. He's fishing on Lake Fairfield. He's not only your latest KBBT champion, but he claims to have caught more crawfish in one day than Greg, Marcus, Silas, and Chris Delgado combined. He is the swamp rat of Texas, Old Man Louvier. And his opponent from San Antonio, Texas. He's fishing on Decker Lake. He qualified for the 2021 Bassmaster Classic and won a Cats tournament in 2020. They call him the Decker Destroyer. Says Slim Jim is about to realize there are different levels to this crap. He is Rolando Nandon.
Great matchup. This is the matchup of the bracket by far the best
Hundo
matchup.
3 to a Hundo 2.
Oh, this is going to be sweet. I hope both of them get on camera.
Yeah, about 50 minutes ago, I said there was a few matchups, and this was the one I was really pointing to. Look, Jim Louvier, you know, the guy's got his electronic. He knows how to fish that thing, man. And when he can find them, he can find them. Orlando Nandon. Yeah, that guy. Just
That's
guy.
making one of you for now because I talked to Louvier. I know what he's doing right now. However you say his name. I'm his team captain. I can't even pronounce his name, but it don't matter because the dude can fish, and the dude is going to fish on Sunday. Jim, you are my pick.
Okay.
Rolando Nandine.
Is that like a Virginia flex on Nandon?
That's how you pronounce his name. If you paid attention again to the podcast, you would understand.
Sorry, Rolando. My bad.
Man, I know what Jim can do. And it's so hard to pick against a guy that just recently won a bracket and put up 105. But, man, I got to hang out with Orlando, and I don't think he's scared of this matchup at all. I think he's going to do it. If we know the lake he's on can do it.
By the way,
Orlando.
if you watch that podcast on YouTube, you can see all you guys needed was a fireplace and a cigar because these guys are sipping a little beer, sipping a little whiskey, having a little chat about fishing. It was awesome to watch.
Yeah. Dude, awesome guy, man. Super cool. Wish I got to fish with him.
Matt.
Well, James is a hell of a fisherman, man.
That's Jim.
Man, I can't.
That's
even,
Jim to you, Matt.
Oh, but
it definitely says James on the bracket because I did it on the podcast the other night. So it's
It
Rolando.
does. It's Jim Louvier.
It's Jim.
Either
Jim
way,
to you. Jim to you, boys.
James or whatever Marcus wants us to call you. I think Nandon's coming with the drive. So I'm going with Rolando.
Let me say, Lieutenant Clapback, I listened to your voice all the way from Victoria to Bastrop today. I listened to the Nandine podcast, and I listened to the Will Brewer podcast, and I enjoyed every minute of it. So with that being said, I'm going with Rolando. And Jim loves it when I pick against him anyway. So
He does love that. He does
For sure.
love that.
Jim was on a little bit of a struggle fest last week. We all got to see it, but he did get through. Rolando is on a mission. I feel like it's a little bit, I think it's head and shoulders above the rest of the group in Texas, honestly. I think Rolando Nandine goes with the win.
Yes, sir.
All right, your next matchup, he is Derek Brundle, and he is taking on from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. He's fishing the Little Atlantic Ocean. He is tied for the single biggest biggest bass on Tourney X at 27 inches. He has caught 4 double digits. They call him the GOAT. He said it's time to brundle him up and send him home. He is Matt Kasparak.
Wow. Very nice.
Look, everybody knows what DB can do. Throws that big swim bait around. I mean, he was on camera last week and caught 432 fish. I don't see why this week's going to be any different. Derek Brundle, he was my pick to win this bracket coming out of this the orange side. So, yeah, I got to go with Brundle.
Hey, all I'm saying is I looked at the weather where Matt is fishing. He's got high winds and a whole lot of rain. And last time that happened, Cayman Rasmussen and Utah beat Greg. And not only that, Greg outfished all of Florida during those conditions. With that being said, Derek ranks way higher than Greg. I am going Derek Brundle.
What Marcus said. Yes. Exactly. I mean, there's no disputing it. I mean, Matt is absolutely on fish, big fish. I'm a little worried about tomorrow, but Derek's got perfect conditions. He's going to a lake that is a slab fest, and I think Derek pulls it out.
Man, if the weather looked any better, this would I may swing Kasparak's way, but. Man, I'm just a D. Brundle fanboy after watching him throw that giant swim bait on camera for 18,000 hours the other day while Marcus and I had a good time. Give me Dave and Buster's, baby.
Is Derek got any wind tomorrow?
A little bit, but most of his weather's hitting Sunday.
Gotcha.
He'll have prefrontal conditions tomorrow.
Prefrontal. I would imagine we'd see the jerk bait out tomorrow. Maybe a little 130 action. And I don't know anybody else that's more deadly with that bait than that man. Brundle taking it.
Well, this one was kind of a toss-up for me, but I hardly ever go with a Florida boy. And, Derek made Captain Clackback down a Western Sun vodka on air. So I'm going with Derek.
In one swallow.
Yeah, Derek's dangerous. I mean, Matt Kasparak has done decent with us. With weather in Florida, I think that those are maybe some of the most finicky fish in the country. Derek's fish will withstand that. I see Derek Brundle 97 1/4 tomorrow, and he takes it.
All right, your next matchup, he is Jason Starley. His opponent is from Auburndale, Florida. He's fishing in the heart of Jurassic Park. He made the top 100 cut in the KBF National Championship, and they call him the Shermanator. Said he can't talk trash about Starley or he'll wind up like Greg. He is Sherman Bishop.
Look, if you'd have told me that Starley was going to put up 90-plus inches as quick as he did or show up in a dress, I'd have picked him showing up in a dress because I didn't see that coming. I love Starley to death. I've had the chance to meet him and hang out with him a few times. The dude proved me wrong last week, and I think I'm going to ride the Starley train till it derails.
Marcus.
Oh, it's my turn. Oops, sorry. Captain Clapback was, over here in his own little Lucky Charms. Starley's getting a lot of bad weather. I know Sherman, despite what he says, him and Google can have that argument, but man, I just think Sherman's got that. He's got it figured out. We watched him make a 6-mile run because he wasn't on the right fish. That is confidence. The spot that you're going to has got the fish you need to win it because there's no going back from that. And someone that's willing to take that risk earn my respect. He is Huckleberry. He is my pick, Sherman Bishop.
What you don't know, there's a reason why he had to make a 6-mile run is because his spot was blown out. So that's a problem. And I don't know if that's going to happen again to Sherman. He was very frustrated. Kind of got lucky late, to be honest with you, because he made that huge run. Mm-hmm. Starley beat me up and just put me out of my misery the first hour. If the shad spawn bite holds up like it did, Starley can do this again. But I'm going with Sherman.
Man, I think I picked Sherman, so he didn't have to tell me about how he was going to eat steak in the 8 house, but Starley certainly did. Starley straight clapped me in the comments, and for that, you got my respect and my pick. Starley, you got it, homie. Keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling.
We're staying on the Starley train.
Well, like I said, the last pick, I rarely pick a Florida boy, but I'm going with Sherman.
You forgot about Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
That was another clap.
Pretty forgettable. But hey, Sherman, man, I don't like picking against you. I know your motivation is crazy through the roof, and your drive and passion for this sport is amazing. And I know that what you can do in Florida is awesome. But for some reason, there's a Cinderella story that's not being called Cinderella, and I think it's Jason Starley. I think Jason Starley gets that monkey off his back. I think he proves himself. And I think he continues on in this bracket, and I think he makes a run to the Elite 8 house, potentially. Jason Starley fishes Sunday.
Very
All
good.
right. Your next matchup, he is Will the Beast Brewer from Virginia, taking on the man with the largest female supporter in the comments. Samantha Brown was all over our comment pages last week. He is John Fox from Florida. Neither one of them submitted anything into this, but guys, we have a great matchup between these two guys. Jeremy, lead us off, buddy.
Yeah, look, as bad as I want to say, as bad as I hate to say it, I 14 seed last week, and if John ever gave me a chance to win last week, it was last week. And I hate not seeing my name there, but then again, my boy Will Brewer, I mean, that guy, what can you say about him? Super humble dude. I got to talk to him a little bit throughout the week, the past 2 weeks, and then, hear his story. I got to go with Will. Love that dude.
Man, I have struggled with this pick all week because I am a huge Will Brewer fan. But man, Will really struggled last week, and we could tell he was kind of in his emotions. John Fox caught a 21-inch fish on camera with a frog, and the dude was just radiating confidence all week last week. I looked at his weather. It didn't look terrible. John Fox for the dub.
It has been brutally cold and windy here all week in Virginia, Northern Virginia. Will actually had a real good pre-fishing 2 days ago. I do not think there's enough where he's fishing to beat a Florida fisherman. I just don't. However, if John gets anywhere near 84 and stays there, Will wins. But my heart says Will, but my head says John. I'm going with John.
I'm pretty much in the same boat as Greg. I don't think Will can go out and do what he does, but I think this is Fox's matchup to lose. Fox is going to have to not get it done in a big way for Will to have a shot here. Will was super excited about sticking an 18 last week, and John just casually stuck a 21 on a frog. Just different quality of fish there. So I'm going John. Sorry, Will.
Will, I love you, brother. I really do. That's why I'm picking you by a 1/4 inch.
Oh, my man.
Wow, okay.
I'm going with Will, too.
Okay.
I've been struggling with John. I know he's in Florida and he's on amazing fish, and his fishery should outfish Will Brewer. But for some reason, John's not been fishing up to par, in my opinion, on what he can do. And because of that, and because of Will Brewer's faith and what he's got going on and his tactics and what he can do and his strengths, I'm going Will Brewer.
Wow. A lot of faith. Okay. I like it.
All right. Your next matchup. Oh, I got to read on this one. All right. He is from Lakeland, Florida. He's fishing the same place he did last week. He's your first place finisher in the Feel Free Customer Appreciation Tournament of 178 anglers and had the big bass at the 10 Invitational 2 years running. They call him Florida Croaker Frogman. He says Mr. Bell is about to be rung. He is Danny Gann. Stephen Bell, all he had to say was he is Mama's pick for week 2.
That's awesome.
That is good enough.
Look, Stephen Bell, I think he's kind of come on the scene here the past month and a half, 2 months. I never heard of the guy, met him in Texas.
There's 4.
And look, the guy can fish. I mean, he really can fish. He knows his waters. I don't know if he's at home right now. I think he was traveling for work. So that being said, Danny Gann, Lakeland, Florida is going to get pounded with wind tomorrow. Could make or break. I don't know. Not really familiar with where he's going to be fishing at. I think I'm going to have to go with the Florida boy, though, Danny Gann.
Man, I think Stephen Bell is proving a lot of things to a lot of people right
Yeah,
now, but
he
I
has.
don't
He
know.
really has.
I don't know how much you can prove against Danny Gann when he is in his prime. And right now, I feel Danny Gann is lighting up the scene. I think Danny Gann is your second highest Florida angler tomorrow, and I'm gonna choose him to win this matchup. Sorry, Mama.
Yeah. I mean, look, Danny struggled all day. He had like 84 inches all day, just grinding and grinding and grinding. That surprised me. I don't think he makes that same mistake. I think he goes to a different lake, and I think he absolutely just puts up huge numbers and comes back with a furious vengeance and anger. So I'm going Danny Gann.
That North Carolina matchup last week was a struggle for both those guys. I mean, if they had lit it up, this might be a little tougher decision for me. But I mean, Danny Gann did the business. Tough day, not a tough day. He ultimately ended up doing the business. So I got to go with Danny Gann, man.
Rod.
Yeah, Steven's definitely a really good fisherman. We got to meet him there at Lake Fork. Great guy, but man, Danny Gann all the way. Can't compete with them fish. And
Okay, I have to say before I make my pick, we got to go back and show Jason Campbell some love.
Oh, wait.
Would you wait?
I mean,
Just make your pick.
my pick is Danny Gann.
Todd.
I have Danny Gann going to the Elite Eight house, and that does not change right now. I think he's going to have a shot at it tomorrow. I got Danny Gann big.
All right. And your final matchup of the evening, it was picked as the fan favorite choice of the day. He is your last KBBT champion of the 2020 season. He is Jason Soup Campbell taking on your week 1 leader, Sean McQuinn.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Sean McQuinn came out of nowhere last week. Nowhere. And everybody loves Soup. Everyone. He's like the KBBT darling. You know what I'm saying? And he's, every matchup you see, everybody wants to pay attention to what Soup's doing. So, Jeremy, who do you got here, man?
Man, look, I love Soup. I'd give that man a shirt off my back any day of the week. I don't really know Sean. I don't really know a whole lot about him. Does he catch this kind of bag consistently? Does he not? I don't know. I look at it as a blind hog finds an acorn every now and again. So, if the guy does it tomorrow, maybe I'll pick him Sunday. But for right now, I got to go with Soup.
Man, my biggest concern, and I don't know because I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm worried that Jason's in his head because Jason does get in his head a little bit. Soup, get out your head. I don't know if you are or not, but if you are, get out of there. And I'll tell you why you need to get out of there is because you taking home the dub tomorrow. Soup is my pick, Greg.
87-86. Soup squeaked by.
Wow.
Negative.
No, hold on. That was last
No,
week.
he said that's last week.
That's last week.
Sorry.
With monster bags being put up. Sean McQuinn found something. 103 inches of something. If Sean Edom comes close to that, if he comes to 100, he beats Soup. And he beats him by 14 inches. So I'm picking Sean McQuinn to take this road, another 15 seed. That's Todd Patrick, and Sean McQuinn goes to the Sweet 16.
Campbell, I've been talking to the guy. I don't think he's in his head. He showed me some very nice pictures of his fish staging up quite nicely on the graph. His fishery is about to turn on, and he's not splitting water with somebody else fishing the event anymore.
Brockman.
Whoever that may have been.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you, Marcus. Sorry. Sounds like
Whoever
you may
said
have
that was
COVID. Please
rude.
get tested.
Allergies.
I think Campbell's going to light it up this week. And I just feel that way. And I looked through some of McQuinn's previous bags. I don't know if that's the norm for him. Now, if he found them and they're there, it's scary. But I got Campbell.
I'm also going with Campbell. Mainly because his wife Tina is an amazing cook. And that's my place to crash when I hit Texas.
Yeah, you better not pick against them.
Yeah. You're,
Oh,
you're
no.
homeless.
Soup all the way.
Absolutely. Jason Campbell is going to win it. So I don't know how much further he'll make it, but he's going to win this round.
We bandits, baby.
If Eric Siddiqui don't stop, I'm going to drop kick him on live camera.
That's awesome.
This dude is like so carefree, and like I ain't seen him like this in a while, dude. I'm telling you, Eric is dangerous in this tournament. This dude is just having a good time. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Jason Campbell and Sean McQuinn
here.
Jason, I mean, last week was not normal for you. Mid 90s to upper 90s is normal for you, and I expect you to get back there, and I think that your fishery does that. Sean McQuinn, you did something that is not normal for you last week. You threw up probably one of the biggest bags I've ever seen you throw up, and possibly maybe was your biggest bag.
I think the best fishing day of his life.
Yeah, so him and Charner Williams both had PB days as well as I did. So I don't think that can continue. Versus a guy that's going to throw up mid to upper 90s. I got Jason Campbell, and I'll take him by 10 plus inches.
Wow.
That is your KBBT picks of the night. Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, guys, tomorrow we're going to be on air. It's Lisa, myself, and Jeremy Baker. We're going to just get in there. Matt, if you want to come on. We got Jamie Broad coming on. It's going to be a good time. Keep your phones on. Man, I tell you, we're going to have a great time. Put up a show. We're going to stay on as long as we can until I fall out of the chair.
One more time.
FCX. Yep.
And thank those sponsors, guys. Thank those sponsors.
The broadcast message Greg what the identifier was.
Yes, at FCX. Again, yes, we want to thank you so much to Motor Guide. Thank you so much to Kayak Angler Solutions. Thank you so much to Amped Batteries and Amped Outdoors. Thank you. Thank you, Westbrook Supply Company. Thank you, Eford Outdoors. Thank you for all you've done for us. I think I missed one. Who did I miss? Attorney Tag.
Ray's Eyewear.
Ray's Eyewear, yes. Thank you guys for all what you've done. This would not be possible for whatever you've done. And guys, we released the 8 House. We released what it looked like. We released kind of little takes of what's going to happen at the barn. We will reveal that Sunday night after the Sweet 16 is over. We're going to reveal where this place is and who is fishing it. It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned for this weekend. It's going to be awesome.
We go.
See ya.
You guys.
Good luck,
care.
everybody.
Out there, everyone. Be safe.
Good luck.